What's up, guys? I'm Antonio. Welcome back to the Business Download Clean Energy's EV Wrap-Up, giving you the latest in EV news. If you're new, buckle up, because you're in for a ride. Let's get started. Kicking off this week's wrap-up, we have EV manufacturer Rivian contributing to the network of charging stations getting built across the country. I keep thinking this has to be what it felt like when Vanderbilt was laying down the railroads back in the 19th century, but that might just be me. Nevertheless, as a part of what they call the Rivian Adventure Network, it's promised that 600 new DC fast charging stations with a grand total of 3,500 chargers will be installed across the US and sprinkled in parts of Canada as well. All these new installations are set to be finished by the end of 2023 and will be powered 100% by renewable energy thanks to their partnerships with electricity providers. Like Tesla, Rivian has decided to make these chargers exclusive to their fleet only, but they do have plans to install thousands of Rivian Waypoint chargers, which will be open to the public or anyone using a J1772 plug. The Waypoints will not be the DC fast charging versions, but they are still adding to the American infrastructure needed to normalize EVs. This is good news. The latest major automaker becoming carbon neutral is Honda. The Japanese automaker announces plans to phase out all of its gas-powered vehicles in North America by 2040. Part of Honda's EV plan is being called e-architecture, and it'll support a range of models that'll be offered first, right here in North America, and then to the rest of the world shortly after. Most of Honda's focus will go to battery-powered electric vehicles, but they said they will be allocating some resources to producing a hydrogen-powered fuel cell vehicle in collaboration with GM. Ford will be developing a new 200,000 square foot battery lab just outside Detroit called Ford Ion Park. The planned investment of $185 million will be used to accelerate EV technologies and eventually manufacture new battery cells and batteries. Now, currently Ford buys its cells from suppliers, but they're clearly making moves to transition to an in-house domestic manufacturing process. They declined to discuss what the timeline looks like, but they'll definitely be prepared when EVs are as common as sliced bread. Now, the lab will lead to new hires, and they've already actually started bringing some people on. The company opened a facility last year in Allen Park, Michigan, to come out with the fully electric Mach-E Mustang. Check out the video from last week. And now this new facility. It's kind of a lot of money, right? Well, it's all a part of Ford's plan to devote $22 billion into vehicle electrification from 2016 to 2025. We know that Harley-Davidson came out with their first electric motorcycle crotch rocket looking vehicle back in 2019. Since then, it's become the #1 US sold bike. And if you haven't seen it yet, here it is. Absolutely silent, and contrary to Harley's signature loud roar. Now, in February, Harley announced its 5-year EV plan known as the Hardwire, where the company planned to create a whole new division dedicated to a continued development of electric motorcycles. A recent statement by Harley showed them doubling the expected earnings in Q1, and you guessed it, up went their stock. But there is a new kid on the block that's aiming to give Harley a little bit of competition. Honda just released plans for 4 new models of electric motorcycles. Now, don't get your hopes up too soon. 3 of the 4 models target the urban market with 2 Vespa-looking styles, and then they have a smaller bodied model. But the 4th one was described to be for the fun market. I don't know exactly what that means, but it looks like it could fit right in with the Tron bike scene. So although battery-powered EVs are all the rage these days, and yes, I realize this is called the weekly EV wrap-up, there are still other clean alternatives, one of them being hydrogen. When hydrogen is burned, it emits no emissions, and Toyota is one of the only major auto manufacturers to have a hydrogen-powered vehicle available for purchase. Taking it one step further, Toyota's like, we're not just going to make a hydrogen-powered car, we're going to race one. So that's what's going to happen. They picked out a Corolla Sport and will adapt the engine to run it on hydrogen instead of gasoline, producing 0 carbon emissions. It'll still sound like a gas-powered car, but since hydrogen combustion is faster, the engine could be even more responsive than the traditional gas-powered alternatives. Anyway, the part you really care about. The hydrogen-powered car will race in round 3 of the Japan Super Taiku Racing Series next month, held at the Fuji Speedway. It'll be an endurance race, so if you're looking for speed, check out the electric Honda motorcycle I talked about earlier. Anyway, that's all we have for you this week on the Business Downloads EV Wrap-Up. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next week.